All right, here we are, Ciclavia.
Hello guys.
Joey, Social Mojo.
Social mojo in the game.
Yeah, man. So it was like a rainy day, and we were gonna go to Tres Cruces, but it was too rainy out to go. And so we just decided to come to Ciclavia and take a walk. We're walking around, seeing some friends of ours, meeting people, just being social. What's your experience been like so far, man, here in Medellin? You came back when?
I came back like in October last year.
Uh-huh.
And
Hold on one second.
hey, Rob.
¿Cómo vamos?
Bien, ¿y vos?
¿Todo bien?
Gracias.
Yo vengo ahorita.
¿Vas bien? Sí, también igual. Hola, buenas. ¿Cómo vas bien? So I came back like in October last year.
Uh-huh.
And while I'm saying it, I'm like, fuck, it's already been 4 months.
Yeah.
Because time just goes so quick.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, man, amazing so far in many ways.
Uh-huh.
You know, once you're here, and there's this rule, which we say, right?
Uh-huh.
Once you come to Medellin, as a foreigner, for many reasons, there's this rule, you don't want to leave Medellin again, right?
Uh-huh.
And the more I thought I knew Medellin, but the more time I spent there, the more I realized, like, fuck, you know, probably I don't want to leave anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
You were telling me earlier, if you don't mind talking about it, you're saying like, you're like, probably like the poorest you've been in your life, but you're the happiest you've been in your life.
It is, right? For example, I was going out yesterday, Friday, by myself, right? And I don't have a lot of money, like money-wise, right?
Yeah.
But that was like, fuck, the amount of energy I feel like right now in my fucking body, right? Even when I'm speaking to the camera. I know a lot of people might not never feel this in their life.
Uh-huh.
So which I learned, it doesn't matter like what you have in the material world, but the most important thing is what I keep seeing for myself is like, what the fuck do you feel inside when you're in the world? How do you feel on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah,
That's the most important thing.
Like, what's your energy? What's your health like?
Yeah.
What are you feeling? What can you do each day, right?
Yeah. Because the thing is, I think, at least for myself, I don't want to speak for everyone, but my biggest purpose is to give towards other people, right?
Uh-huh.
To give value into the world. But the thing is, you can only give value into the world if you're taking care of yourself the best way you fucking can, right?
Uh-huh.
So if you feel like you're taking that responsibility, it feels great because and one thing, you feel good, but the second thing is everyone you're interacting with does feel the reflection of your energy, which feels amazing as well, right? So there's two things which make you feel amazing, yourself and the people you're interacting with.
That's right. That's cool, man. Yeah, you're saying about like the energy that you have. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, 100%. And the more I try to think about it, right, it's like, and the more I think you agree with it as well, right? The more I start to realize the basics, but maybe it's not so basic. Maybe it's super profound, like the most simple thing in life, they have the biggest meaning, right?
Uh-huh.
Go, for example, like being here with you, man. I have a lot of energy just talking to you, connecting with people, and just the basic stuff. But the basic stuff, if you really start to appreciate it, it starts to be really fucking profound.
Yeah. I definitely reached moments, and like, I came here, I think in like 2017. I can't remember how much money I had. I had like, maybe like 15 or 20 grand.
Yeah.
Like to my name. And I was just like, I'm going to Colombia and I'm gonna figure it out. And I've had times here, including now, where I've like I just closed out my gallery and I literally like, I paid all the stuff off that I had to pay.
Yeah.
And I'm like not in debt, but I don't have a lot of money. Like, and it's just like, I'm like closing something out. And most people will be like, you're crazy. You're in a foreign country. You have like no money, bro. like
yeah.
You can live for like, you know what I mean? Like a month right now, maybe.
Yeah.
But the truth is that like the universe provides. And I feel like right now I'm closing out like a whole section of my life, but I'm opening up this whole other part of it. So it's like abundance is gonna come. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love what you're saying, and I think it's very profound. Having this trust that the universe will provide, right? Because people might say you are crazy, but I believe, and I think you agree with it as well, the only risk you have in life, because we live in this beautiful planet which is spinning around in the middle of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
And the only risk we have in life is that we don't live upon our best reality, right? And if you do have a lot of fucking money, I know, I've seen it myself, people making 10, 20, 30K a month, and they're miserable as hell.
That's right.
You know it, right?
Yeah.
So it's not, how do you say it in English, equilibrium for like happiness at all, right?
Right. Yeah, I know for me, like, I felt most alive like in the times where I was like nothing mattered. Like I've been out like on my motorcycle in the middle of Colombia. I don't have a lot of money, but I'm just out there in the world and the nature.
Yeah.
Like my bike could break down, like anything could happen.
Yeah.
But it's just like me and the universe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think we had that connection to, you know, whatever you want to call it. You know, some people say God, your higher power, the universe, the energy, but that is always like working for us.
I love it. And I was having a call with my brother the other week, and I think I told you this. And he said to me something very profound. Like, if there's like there's a story, right? He's a Muslim, and he told me a story. I think from a mosque or something like that. And he said, if you're a bird, right? Every morning, as a bird, you have like an empty stomach. Every morning, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But somehow the bird, although he has an empty stomach, every morning this bird takes the risk towards going on his way and start hunting for food.
Right.
And although he has an empty stomach, he doesn't know anywhere, like just goes there because he's following his intuition. Every evening he gets back with food in his stomach, right?
Right.
So it's about what you're saying. I really like it, like providing the universe, like really trusting in God, universe, whatever you believe in, right? That whatever we're doing, I don't say just stay broke, right? Or don't have money, just accept everything, right? And if money comes, fucking yeah, embrace it because it's part of life as well.
Yeah.
It's energy, right? But just trusting God, and I do believe that's something which is enforcing me to be right now, especially me being a foreigner in Colombia right now, same as you, right?
Yeah. Like everything is working for us to live. Like there's air, there's water, there's rain, there's sun, and all that stuff is like providing for us to thrive and to live.
Yeah.
And then I think sometimes in life we fight against it, or at least I know that I fight against it. Like I go against things that are not on my best intuition.
Yeah.
And I do things because maybe it's for I'm trying to feed my ego, or I'm trying to get things.
Yeah.
And I think you maybe mentioned it earlier. It's like, what are we like providing? What value? What are we giving to the universe? And then, you know, when we provide that value, we give to people, the universe just automatically gives back. The universe is generous, you know, and if we're generous with people and with life, then the universe just automatically gives back.
I love what you're saying. And I was having this call with I was with two friends last week, and I was like, man, I feel somehow I'm talking about this abundance stuff, but I feel still pretty nervous about it, right? I'm in Medellin, and I can talk about abundance all the way you want, but something in me still feels like, fuck, you know, I'm here, I don't have a lot of money left, and then I start being present with this kind of energy, and which was amazing, that I start to observe something inside of me, like some kind of small little child which was afraid, which wanted to take every opportunity which was out there, right? Because fuck, I don't have money, I need to be safe. And then, because I started being present with this kind of energy, I felt like there started to be a distance between this like little child which felt unsafe and me. This fucking whole being, right? And it started, I got this visualization in my mind, which is very profound, that like me as like the oasis of peace, which we are, right? Internally, our soul, like God, universe, was embracing this like small little child, which felt unsafe and felt amazing.
I love that story, man. Yeah, for me, like it's interesting because I was telling you, and I was mentioning on YouTube a few times, like I closed my gallery, you know, and I made a video recently, like I'm 45. In a lot of ways, I feel like, man, life's over. Like I'm 45, I'm going bald, and I have so many dreams that are like unrealized, and like I haven't bought a house yet. I'm not like married. I don't have kids. Like I haven't done a lot of the things that people would say like are accomplishments.
Yeah.
And the funny thing was, when I sold all the stuff from my gallery, I tried to sell it. Like the universe was just trying to say like, I tried every avenue. It was like sell the gallery. I was going to end up with a bunch of money. Well, I did some amount of money, like a decent amount of money to sell it.
Yeah.
And like, I was going to sell my name. I was going to give away my brand with that. All these things, and the universe just like blocked it. Like it wouldn't happen. Like the guy had the money and he was like ready to do it, and it was just like, it just got blocked.
Yeah.
And then I tried other things and it just got blocked. And then at the end, like I had this business that everyone liked going to, and I ended up just selling it for pieces. And then literally yesterday when I closed the business, handed over the keys, it was like I sold most of the equipment, and I had to pay all these things from closing the business, and it ended up like the accounts were just like in zero. It was like after selling everything, paying everyone off, having the subtenants leave, paying them, paying all the expenses, all this stuff. I was like, Rob, you're like literally starting over. Like your accounts are in zeros.
Yeah.
And it's just like day one. Like it was just kind of interesting because I'm like, also it's like scary, but I'm like, I feel like right now, this is the beginning of the best part of my life.
I love it.
I'm about to start like to build and do some of the most amazing things. Like I feel like the stuff that I'm going to create for the next 5, 10, 15 years are going to be all the stuff that I'm most like proud of.
Bro, I got goosebumps when you're saying that, because what you're saying is very profound. You're saying actually two perspectives. And I think everything in life is based, like what we're able to attract in our life completely depends on the perspective we are having, right? And right now you just share two perspectives. One is like, fuck, you know, I'm 45.
Yep.
Maybe people think of me like, fuck, I don't have a child yet. I don't have, like, I'm not married. Or you can think like, fuck all that shit. That's not me. The person I want to be is, right now is the first day of the rest of my life, which is going to be amazing. Right?
Yeah.
And I like it because these are two different perspectives, which is going to give a very different outcome.
Exactly. And, you know, I grew up in Massachusetts. Some people might know the Celtics or the Patriots. And us people from Massachusetts, which I also like Massachusetts, and that's also kind of why I like Medellin. Because Medellin for me is like the underdog. It's not like Bogota, it's not the big city, but it's like the fighting city that like has all the working people who came here and started a new life.
Yeah.
And I kind of, that's why I think I'm a little bit aligned with Medellin in a way. And I know just my people from Massachusetts, I grew up like lower middle class, and we're like working people, you know?
Yeah.
And a lot of times, when do we work best? It's like we're at a disadvantage. It's like put someone from Boston at a disadvantage. We freaking win championships. Like that's when we're like oh, you thought we couldn't do it? Oh, that's what happened. You're thinking wrong.
Yeah.
That this motherfucker couldn't make it happen.
Yeah.
And that's when he comes out and just crushes. And I'm saying that's like when I feel like when I have that fire, I'm like, Rob, you're gonna make it happen or not. Like if you don't make this happen, it's not happening.
Amazing. And I wouldn't even say, right? Because I maybe wouldn't even say like we are or you are the disadvantage, because right now, like you built so much foundation for yourself eternally, right? You got this foundation, you know who you are, right?
Yep.
You know what you can do, you know what you're passionate about. So even though like up to materialistic standards people might argue, right?
Yep.
But you know from the inside who the fuck you are, right?
That's right.
I think if you know who you are and you feel this on a daily basis, I feel like no matter what the people say, I think we're the most blessed persons in the world, right?
Right.
Because we know we know how we're feeling every day, and we know what we're like giving into the world.
That's right.
Right? One thing I want to touch base on about the simplicity, right? I remember like, 3 years ago? I had like a double date. So I had a date with a girl, and then her girlfriend had a date with another guy.
Okay.
And it's a funny story. I didn't connect with the girl at all. Was very awkward, right? And the other guy didn't connect so much with that girl as well.
Okay.
But that guy ended up to be a really fucking cool guy, and we ended up just connecting with each other. Talking about life, talking about mindset, talking about business.
Yep.
And eventually this guy was going out by himself this night, right? And he was a very successful guy in terms of materialistic standards, right? And he said to me something very profound, right? I'm going out and I feel amazing. And why do I feel amazing? Because I have food and I have safety.
That's right.
And I was like, fuck yeah, you know, that's it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Where do you base your standards and happiness about? Because do you base it on like certain expectations you're having? You're always gonna place it into the future?
Right.
Or you're gonna place it right fucking now?
Yeah.
And like, think about what you have instead of what you don't have, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, it's exactly right now. I got myself a juice here in my bag. I'm walking my friend here, and I'm gonna go ride back home on my motorcycle. You know what I mean? Cruise through Medellin on my friend. This motorcycle is from my friend, a music producer, a good friend. I bought his motorcycle for a little bit of crypto. He gave me a good price. And it's just like I'm like blessed. I'm like riding around Medellin on a motorcycle. I go back to my nice apartment. You know what I mean? I enjoy all this stuff, and I like what you're saying. Like this guy was saying the other day, we're closing the gallery. I paid this guy to do a bunch of construction to fix it up. And he's known me for a long time. He's helped me build locales. He's helped me start businesses in Provenza and put the signs up, and he knows me. He's like
Yeah.
a hardworking guy. And I was like, you know, we're turning into stuff, and I was like, damn, bro, business failed. You know what I mean? Like, we're closing it up, and like, you know,
Yeah.
spending my last dollars to make this all happen. He told me, this guy from Medellin, he's like a straight freaking hustler,
Yeah.
just a good guy. And he was just like, nah, Rob. He told me in Spanish, he's like, no, you're not starting over. This isn't your first go round, bro. He's like, you know what you're doing. You've built stuff and you've taken it down, you've built it up again. And
Fuck.
so, you know, this is no joke. I've seen you build like various locales and have success,
Yeah.
you know? And he also told me, he's like, now you know where the road doesn't go. Like that road that you're
Yeah.
on is not the right road. So that information that you went down this road and you realize that road is not for me, it's just as value as any amount of money. You say like, look,
Yeah.
I did that and it didn't work.
Fuck yeah. And I love how you're saying that, because I think in this world, if you want to live your best life, right, and really feel like genuinely happy about like right now, and what you're saying, you really have to surround yourself with the right people, right?
Uh-huh.
Because you could be in a situation and the same guy could say like, fuck, you know, you're a fucking mess up, da-da-da. And then suddenly you start to like follow a perspective, which is not true for your soul, right?
That's right.
And then you start to go, and then I don't think you would, because you're a pretty strong guy, right? And you're pretty solid in the way you carry yourself. But as people, even when you're watching this video right now,
Yeah.
like really important which people do you surround yourself with, because it can be really easily to just follow a different kind of perspective, which is not suitable for you.
Hola.
Like what I talked about, if you don't surround yourself
That's right.
with the right people, you might end up like living a lifestyle which is not suitable for you at all, right? Because you weren't just sharp enough, like which perspective really suits you the best, right? So be really aware what kind of thoughts you're having on a daily basis, because only then you can kind of deviate if something doesn't resonate.
Yeah, I agree with you, and that's funny because I was talking with a friend the other day, and he's a good friend, man. I love this guy, but I don't know. I was going through a hard times, and I guess he's been hearing me go through the hard times recently.
Yeah.
And he kind of like, I think he was trying to give me like tough love, but he was kind of like, Rob, just get your shit together. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I kind of was like, nah, bro. Like, I'm just going through what I have to go through. And I just got up. We were hanging out. I was like, I gotta go. I'll see you later, man. Have a good one. Like,
Yeah.
take care of yourself. Right now, like, I don't know. But I watched this thing on recently. Actually, was Rick Rubin. I love Rick Rubin. Do you know who he is?
No.
He's a music producer. He produced the Beastie Boys, Michael Jackson, a lot of people.
Yeah.
And he said, like, you got to be careful of people's opinions, because people give the opinion that is best for them. And so someone else, like, it might not be comfortable for them to be in Medellin, like with a little bit of money, and like that's like a part that's like, oh, they couldn't do that. That's too much.
Yeah.
That's too much fear level or uncomfortability, right? You're not
Yeah.
gonna take chances.
Yeah.
But like someone like me, it's like I'm a creative person. I've just like I put everything in my gallery. It didn't work. Now I'm just gonna go I'll do something else.
Yeah.
I might get crushed for a minute, get beat up, and then I'm gonna get back up and do my thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's just like you have to listen to the you know, to what you believe in your head more than anything else.
I like it. For example, right, like with my social mojo, I teach guys how to be more confident with themselves, but also talking into the world, with women they're interacting with. And I remember 10 years ago, like this journey still kind of started, right? So I was still pretty shy, and I was getting myself out there, and I was like hanging out with an older friend, right? Which was like, it was my friend before I started doing all the self-development stuff, which was like, I started to be really passionate about. And I was hanging out with this guy in Amsterdam. I was living in Amsterdam back then, right? And I was doing an approach to a girl, right? And I felt pretty afraid because I was like learning this fucking stuff, right? I came back to this guy, he was straight up laughing in my face, right? Like you start to blushing already what's going on with you, right? And this moment I knew, like right now you're not a friend anymore at all, right?
Right.
I just fucking knew. So how committed are you to your best reality? Or do you want to like stay at the fucking people pleaser and you're surrounding yourself with bullshit people because you're afraid of disappointing other people who will not serve you at all, right?
Right, yeah. I lived a lot of my life like that, and including like the voices and like even from my father. My father, he's a good guy, he's a working guy.
Yeah.
But you know, he was not supportive of me going to Colombia, and like to be honest with you, he hasn't been very supportive of most things in my life. He's kind of like fought, or he hasn't been very involved in my life. He's been involved in a couple pieces, and I remember like he was trying to tell me like don't go to Colombia and this stuff, and I was like making mistakes, and I'm like, I'm not listening to a guy who's not even showing up for me. Like this guy has not showed up for me.
Yeah.
He's done showed me up for a little bit, but like he's not like a figure in my life where I'm like,
Yeah.
I have like that amount of respect where I'm like, yo, I'm gonna listen to what he says over like what my intuition is. You know what I mean? And so anyone that you wouldn't take like criticism from, or you don't love the way they live, why would you take advice from them?
I like it, right? And what I learned, even though like, because some people might be close to your father, right? We can still have compassion for them, right? We don't have to like think like, oh fuck, they're giving us wrong advice. Fuck those people. We can still have compassion because they're probably, what you're saying, they're still thinking what's the best for you from their perspective, right?
Right.
So they might not have anything wrong with you, but just the way they live life, they don't know any better, right?
Right, yeah. He has a safe life. He would never go and live, my father at least, he would never go and maybe probably live in another country, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, say hi to my friends. ¿Cómo vamos?
Muy bien, ¿y tú cómo vas?
Todo bien, caminando.
Hey,
Joey, mucho
Mi
gusto.
amigo Joey.
Hola Joey, mucho gusto.
all right.
Dale.
No, enjoy.
Nos
Hasta luego,
vemos.
amigos.
Ciao, ciao.
And so, yeah, I mean, it's not, I mean, I still have respect. It's just that, you know, maybe those people, like the pain threshold, they wouldn't pick up everything and go to another country. And that's not something, you know, my dad's generation is used to doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so maybe for him, he's like, that's crazy. That's like insanity, you know? So maybe he's thinking from his best reality, you know, that's not a good idea. But for my personal reality, it was a great idea that I come to Colombia. It's probably one of the best decisions I ever made.
I fucking love it, right? And there's this kind of perspective which I heard many times in the self-development world, which I think is a complete fucking lie. If you want to live your best reality, it's gonna be fucking lonely, right? You have to grind and you're not gonna have many people supporting you. You have to fight against the odds. But I think if you really live your best reality, there are gonna be a lot of fucking people doing the same thing, like we are doing, right? Like how we met, right?
That's right. Let's
This-
loop here. We're going really far.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
You're gonna say what?
Yeah, right. So if you're living your best reality, there's an abundance of people who are doing the same thing, right?
Right.
And what I feel, the more you're resonating with who you are as a person, the more you surround yourself with the fucking right people. Right? Let me know what your thoughts are about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think once you start aligning and you start doing the stuff that you want to do, the people and your life show up for it. It's like you have to be on that path.
Yeah.
I think it's like when you're on the, maybe say when you're, I won't say the wrong path, when you're on another path,
Yeah.
maybe sometimes those opportunities are there, but they don't show up for you because you're not quite ready for them.
Yeah.
And then when you open yourself to whatever you want to call it, the sunlight of the spirit, whatever you want to call it, live in, you know, in abundance and live on your purpose, the people who are aligned with that are going to automatically start showing up in your life because you have that energy.
Yes, I love that. And for my own experience, which I had in the past with different business opportunities with friends, right? If it's still a little bit mixed, right? You still have friends you don't really like. You're having a job you don't really like. Oftentimes that means like you still have mixed frequencies, right?
Right.
You're like, I used to know, right? I was like super passionate about self-development. I was going to networking events in Amsterdam where all these fucking baller entrepreneurs came. But at the same time, I was doing shit in my life I didn't love at all. I was studying because I think I had to fucking study, right? And because I was having this fucking double role, right? I didn't fully embrace my purpose, my passion. And that's why I still had like mixed frequencies in my own body,
Right.
right?
Right. That's what happens. So you got to get aligned and have the right frequencies.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Frequencies aligned. All right, man. Thanks for doing this podcast again.
Nice to be here again, man. I loved it.
I appreciate you. And yeah, we'll finish up the walk and we'll see you all soon.
Bye-bye, guys.